If you're interested in learning another language, there's a club for that.
Plus, find out how one Troy University organization is helping out Project 19. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the High Definition Digital Production Center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for September 20th, 2013. I'm Amanda Ford.
And I'm Judson Garner. Thanks for joining us this evening. Well, Troy University has several ways students can give back to their community, and as Christina Cook shows us, one organization is looking to plan things ahead for this semester.
On Thursday evening, Troy University's chapter of Habitat for Humanity held a meeting to discuss their plans for giving back to the community this fall.
Getting organized for upcoming activities and builds with the local Habitat affiliate. We exist to support the local affiliate who has built 12 houses over the last several years.
In addition to organizing community service, this group also held elections for officers and committee chairs. And as some candidates explain, holding an office for this organization holds very important because of the many ways they can help give back.
People need to be able to have a home. Everybody deserves a home. And so Habitat for Humanity tries to create affordable homes for whoever is in need. We just want to get more people involved, and today is just the beginning.
Just trying to give back to the community. I'm really big on volunteerism. That's one of my big main points. Just trying to make someone's life easier for them and affordable at the same time.
Not only do these members love to serve and help out individuals in their community, but several members like to think of this club as an extended family and a fun organization to be a part of.
This is one of my favorite clubs. It's great. It's always nice to give back to the organization, and everyone in here is friendly and social, and it's just one of my favorite clubs to be in.
Obviously, we're here to serve, and so that kind of generates folks that are like-minded and want to give back and want to help, and so it is pretty laid back.
Everyone's really friendly. I'm really excited about working with some good people. That's what I love, when people are very organized and put together, and they know that they want to do something for the community, and they're all very passionate about it.
Christina Cook, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And if you're interested in joining the Habitat for Humanity, you can contact Jonathan Seelan at 334-8086-349.
Last night, many students had some fun and food to raise funds and awareness for a student who has cancer.
On Thursday night, Alpha Gamma Delta sorority joined in the fight against cancer with their event Barbecue Bash to benefit Project 19.
We sold tickets for $8 a piece to the whole campus and the whole community here in Troy, and all the money is going to Project 19.
Well, Alpha Gamma is raising money for Project 19, which is to support one of our soccer players, and we're really excited to be here and just to be like reaching out into the community and for the different needs and serving in that way.
This is the second annual Barbecue Bash that Alpha Gamma Delta has put on, and it only takes one ticket to make a difference.
I think it's definitely been as successful as last year. I mean, there's tons of people who have came through and gotten to go barbecue plates. Country's catered it and is doing barbecue for us, and you get a sweet tea and potato salad. So a lot of people have been here just like last year.
I think it'll be even more successful just because it is one of our own, just as it was last year, but people are hearing of these needs and trying to meet them in any way that they can. So I think it is more successful, and I look forward to doing it again in the future.
Alpha Gamma Delta raised a total of $3,000 for Project 19. Amanda Ford, Troy, TrojanVision News.
There will be more Project 19 events throughout the year. For more information, you can look up the group's Facebook page by searching Project 19.
Well, Troy University students come from around the world to study on Troy's campus, and one club is designed to keep them actively speaking in their language, and they may even learn a new one.
Troy University, known for its international involvement and global campuses, offers students another opportunity to build bridges. The International Bilingual Association aims at not just sharing culture, but also exchanging languages.
Being an American, since we are a melting pot of so many different cultures and so many different countries are a part of here, we should speak more than one language to communicate with each other and learn about what's out there. There's other places besides the United States, Troy, Alabama.
The first key to building a friendship or building any kind of relationship is communication. We break the ice, allowing Troy students to communicate with each other, then that evolves a relationship, that evolves friendship or a partnership, a business relationship, anything.
One of the many reasons students should join the IBA is the chance to learn multiple languages from native speakers. One student shares her thoughts.
I can offer people to teach them Russian because I know Russian and I know my native language. I'm from Kazakhstan, I know Kazakh language. There are a lot of not free courses, language courses, and this is totally free and it's really cool.
With such a wide variety of languages being represented, students can learn more about the international scope of the student body.
It really exposes the difference in the people that we have here in Troy. There's over 30 languages spoken, and we just want to acknowledge that because this is our Troy, this is our student body.
Connor McCreary, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The Bilingual Club meets every other Thursday in Trojan Center Room 224.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Montgomery, a state senator plans to introduce legislation that would require welfare applicants to have applied for at least 3 jobs. Republican Senator Arthur Orr of Decatur says he plans to pre-file the bill in the Senate before the 2014 session begins in January.
In Tuscaloosa, police say they're searching for a woman who left a hospital without her newborn baby. A police spokesman says a woman was brought to DCH Regional Medical Center from a hotel on Tuesday. Doctors told police drugs were present in the woman's system and that of her newborn baby.
And in Huntsville, police say a nurse will recover after being stabbed while treating a patient at Huntsville Hospital overnight. Authorities say a patient who was attempting to remove their IV line became combative when a nurse intervened. They haven't released the names of the nurse or patient.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the soccer team is in action on campus this afternoon, and Danielle Percival has the details on that and all the action coming up this weekend in sports. And now Danielle Percival joins us for a look at sports. So Danielle, we have a couple things to talk about today. The soccer team is in action right now at home, as I understand, and then this weekend a big game on the road for the Trojan football team.
Well, that's right, Judson. Of course, always exciting when there is action here on campus. Couple teams on the road. We'll get into it all right here in sports.
All right.
This afternoon, the soccer team is taking on a team they saw more often in the days of Troy being a member of the Atlantic Sun. Gardner Webb is in town this afternoon, taking on the Trojans at the Troy Soccer Complex. The Trojans won their last outing against Murray State in a come-from-behind victory at home. Troy is 3-5 this season, while Gardner Webb enters the day at 2-4-1. This is the first time these teams have met since 2004, when both were A-Sun members. The match started at 4, and at last check, the Trojans were winning by a score of 1-0 at the half. The Trojans will be in action again on Sunday in their final non-conference game of the season on the road at Kennesaw State. That game will be beginning at noon. The Trojan volleyball team is also wrapping up non-conference action this weekend and is competing in their first match in the Clemson Classic as we speak. The Trojans were taking on Delaware this afternoon, a team that is a national contender each year. Troy won the first set 25-15, but then was unable to keep it going in the second, losing a close match. The Trojans were up 25-24, but ended up falling 28-26. The teams were tied at 2 sets apiece at last check, heading into the 5th and final set. The team will be in action again tomorrow, taking on the host team, the Clemson Tigers, as well as the Alabama Crimson Tide. The cross-country team is also returning to action today as they take part in the Georgia State Invitational this afternoon. The teams competed last Saturday in Mobile and saw some of their best times of the season. On the women's side, the team finished in 4th overall, with Julia Ostendorf finishing inside the top 10 for the second week in a row in 7th place. The men's race was held later in the afternoon, and we'll have a full recap on Monday. This week's race will be a determining factor on who makes the top 8 to travel to the next meet, which will be in Louisville on October 5th. The Trojan men's golf team will begin their season this weekend at the Reese Jones Collegiate Invitational in South Carolina. They will be in competition Sunday through Tuesday with 1 senior and 4 juniors in the lineup. Jake Tucker is the Trojans' leading returner and qualified for the U.S. Amateur Championships just a season ago. Matt Terry is now solely in charge of the men's program after the men's and women's teams were split over the summer. And with it being Friday, that means football is back. The Trojans have another tough road trip ahead of them, but this time they're headed to SEC country.
For the first time in over a decade, the Trojans will be in Starkville, Mississippi to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. The Trojans are 1-2 all-time against the Bulldogs, with the only win coming in the first ever meeting in 2001.
We had a pretty good team, number one. I look at some of those pictures and I see some pretty good guys. I think Ossie was in that crowd. So, it's some good memories involved with that one.
But the memories of last season's meeting aren't quite so fond for Troy. It was a 30-24 loss for the Trojans, who put up 572 yards of offense on the 11th ranked defense in the country. But this year, it could be a tougher task for Troy.
We're not going to sneak up on them by any means this year like we did last year. So they're going to give us their best shot. They know we have some players, but at the same time, we just got to take care of ourselves. And I think at the end of the game, we'll be happy if we do that.
They say, these guys, had a chance to beat us over there last year. We better prepare well, which is what it's all about. And, so I hope it motivates our people.
Last year's matchup set the attendance record at Veterans Memorial Stadium with over 29,000 fans in attendance. But the size of the crowd isn't what the team is worried about this year.
They're big, they're pretty, 6'6", 6'5", up there, 300-pounders. So we got to play our game. We got to worry about ourselves from an offensive standpoint, and I think things will take care of themselves if we do that.
They say size matters, but it really doesn't. You still have to wrap up, you have to make tackles, and we really have to be disciplined. As a defense, going into an SEC game like this, if we want to win, if we want to be successful, we got to be disciplined on all phases.
The Trojans' only win against an SEC opponent was the victory against the Bulldogs in 2001. But these players feel they are just as capable as any team of coming out with a victory.
But the attitude that we're taking over is that, just because you're SEC doesn't mean we're going to lay down. We still going to give them our best fight.
The Trojans and the Bulldogs will battle it out tomorrow night at 6:30 with the game airing on Fox Sports South. So Judson, Amanda, it's going to be a big game coming up this weekend. Hopefully the Trojans will have a little better luck than last season, of course, with a close loss, but it's a big game. It's going to be on TV. But to find out more about all Troy sports, tune into Trojan Sports Now tonight here on Troy TrojanVision.
Nice. We understand you're heading out to the game tomorrow.
That's right. Be on the field, so bring a recap back from Monday night.
Good. We'll have safe travels.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Great.
We'll
Thanks, guys.
Go Trojans.